Okay, let's start, guys. Hello. I would like to introduce myself, guys. This is Sandeep. I'm software engineer. I just opened my channel today. So I would like to share my knowledge to you people. So as because I have seen people who is sharing knowledge for money and all. I know how hard it is to pay and all. Even if you pay, right, we are not sure whether you're going to get good knowledge from it or not. So that's the reason why I thought of starting the channel, which could help at least 1 out of 100 who cannot afford money, right? For them it would be helpful is what I felt. So that's the reason why I started my channel. So guys, basically I'm gonna teach about Python from end to end. So today I would like to share about data types. What are the data types in Python, and what all data types we have in Python. So before going to that, so guys, please like and share this video. So since I'm new to this YouTube, right, as much as you share, right, based on that only I'll get some views, so it would be helpful to others as well. So please guys, please share to everyone. So okay guys, let's go to the content. So guys, basically there are 6 types of data types in Python. So first one is list, tuple, and then dictionary, string, sets. Okay, 5 types in Python data types. Okay, 5 types of data types. Okay, basically these are the data types. If you are thorough at these things, right, you can write any kind of program. Along with this, if you learn for loop, while loop, if loop, okay, you can write any kind of program, whatever they give in interviews or whatever exercise you do from online. Okay, but you need to be good enough at all these functions which are there in all the data types. Okay guys, chalo, let's go with first data type. Okay, our first data type is list. Okay, so list is mutable. What does mutable says? Means whatever we defined inside whatever elements we defined inside list can be modify changeable. Okay, so we can modify anything which is there in list. Okay, tuple, you cannot do that. Okay, before going to tuple, let's leave about all these things. Let me show you the simple example of list. Okay, list 1 equals to list. Okay, see, this is the variable name. It can be anything. You can give any variable name. It should not be only list 1. It can be anything. Okay, so and this is the empty list. Okay, list will be defined inside a square braces. Okay, 1 2 3, these are the elements which are there in list. Okay, so list can be defined in this way. Not only integers, you can add anything. You can add string. Okay, string can be anything. Okay, you can add float values, you can add boolean. Okay, you can add nested list inside list, you can add dictionary, you can add tuple. Okay, list can have any of these elements. Okay, let me go with the normal things. Okay, list equals to 1 2 3. Okay, so let's say I want to print this list. Okay, so print of list 1, give that variable name whatever you are sent to list. So let me try printing the list. Okay, see guys, python test.py, see, it is returning the list whatever I have defined. Okay, so now let's go to the first method which is there in list. Okay, append will be the first function. Okay, let's say you want to append one of the element to the existing list. Okay, list 1 dot append of 4. Okay, you have 3 elements in the list. Let me add the 4th number as well. So okay, this will be the variable name. Okay, sorry, this will be the variable name. Along with that, you are adding the function. So this is the number which will be appended to the list. Okay, let me try printing the list. See guys, this is the Python and file name. This is how we give command for running the Python program. See guys, here I am printing. See guys, 4 got appended to the existing list. Append is the function which we use to append a element to the list. Okay, it will be appended at the end of the list. It will not be appended at the start of the list or middle of the list. Let's say you want to append some element, just append at the end of the list. Okay, so this is what the use of append function. Let me go to the next function, which is clear. Okay, clear is the function which is used to remove all the elements in a list. Okay, so let's say I want to delete all the elements in a list. Okay, I'll just use clear function, it will remove all the things. Sorry, this list one. Okay, see guys, you are seeing empty list, an empty list, but here you have defined list. So this is the function which has deleted all the elements in a list. Okay, so clear is done, I guess. So next let's go to copy function. Copy is the function which we use to copy the one list to another list. Okay, let's say you have this list, right? Or let me copy here and show you. Okay, you have this list, right? I'm adding one more list to it. L1 equal to 4 empty. Okay, now I want L1 list also to be L or list 1. Okay, whatever list 1 has, I want the same thing in list 2 also. Okay, so in this scenario what I do is list 2 equal to list 1 dot copy. Okay, what happens here is whatever there in list 1 will be copied to list 2. Let me print list 2 and show you. See guys, whatever there in list 1 is replicated to list 2 by using the copy function. So this is what the use of copy command. We have one more function called count. Okay, count is the function which we use to count the elements in a list. Okay, I mean count the element in a list, how many times it is repeated in a list. Okay, let me add one example to you. Fine. Okay, let's say you wanted to see how many times 1 is repeated in a list. Okay, list 1. Okay, instead of we counting it manually, we have a function called list. Okay, list count. Okay, if you just give list 1 dot count of 1, it will give you the how many times it is being repeated in list. See guys, it is repeated thrice. Okay, 1, 2 and 3. Let's say you want to test for some other number, 2. Okay, just try running it. It will tell how many times it is repeated thrice. See, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, this is what usage of count function. Let's go to next method. Next method is extend. Extend is used to extend the list. Okay, let's say you have 1, 2 and 3 numbers in list. You want to extend 4, 5, 6 to the L list only. Okay, so now what we can do is L dot extend of L1. Okay, what happens guys, tell me. Now L will have 4, 5, 6 also in its list. Okay, see 1, 2, 3. Okay, earlier it was only 1, 2, 3. See, now it got extended just because of extend function. This is what the usage of extend function, guys. Okay, next let's go to next function called index. Okay, let's say you wanted to know the index of a element. Otherwise let me add 11, 22, 30. 4, 3, 55. Okay, let's say you want to find the index of this element. Okay, guys, I'll tell you what is index first. Index is nothing but the position of an element. Okay, in any programming language, if you see index starts from 0. Okay, for 11 index will be 0, for 22 index will be 1, for 44 index will be 2. Okay, let's say you want me to print, right? See, let's say I'm giving L of 0. Okay, let me try giving a run. Okay, see, 0 is the index which I used to print the 11, because 11 has an index 0. Okay, now let's say I know, since it is small list, right, I know what is the index it is having. Okay, let's say you have a very huge list. Okay, from that, if you want to find out, instead of you counting all the numbers and all, right, you have a function called index. Okay, so just try running it, it will give you the output. See, print L dot index of 11, it is directly giving you the index. See how simple it is, guys. I'm telling now, Python will be very easy, but you have to practice a lot. It all depends on your practice. Try practicing. Okay, one day you will be very strong in Python. Insert. Okay, we are using insert function to insert an element to it. Okay, so let's say I have 1, 2, 3 list. I want to insert an element after 2. Okay, after 2 there was 3, right? Instead of 3 I have to add some other element. Okay, you know that index, right? See, just take the index of it. Okay, 0, 1, 2. After 2 next index will be 2, right? So just give 2 comma, here you have to give the element which you want to insert. Let me give my name. Okay, so let me try printing it. It will, what it will return. Okay, let's see guys, earlier it was only 1, 2, 3. I have added Sandy to the third position, because 0 is the first index, 1 is the second index, third index will second index will be my thing, correct, right? Sandy. After that it will be 3. So that is how it is printing. Okay, this is the basic use of a insert function. Okay, let's go to next function called pop. Pop is used to remove a element in a list. Okay, so let's say you want to remove one of the element called 11. Okay, you know the index, right? Just give 0. Okay, print L. Okay, 0 means first element, 11 will be deleted. See guys, 11 got deleted. You are able to see 22 and 33. Let's say I don't know the index of element I want to find out. Okay, just give L dot index of 11. Okay, it will fetch the index for this 11. Okay, since it is 0, we are not hard coding it directly. It will fetch the index for that particular number and it will try deleting it. Let me try running it and show you. See guys, it is pretty simple. Programming is very easy, not difficult as you think. The way you practice should be more, that's it. And you should not by heart, or you should not remember the logic. You should keep on thinking in a new way. Okay, so next is remove. Okay, so let's say I have 11, 22, 33 as a list. Okay, let's say I want to remove one of the element called 11. You will just give directly 11. See guys, 11 got deleted. See, I'm not giving index here, I'm just giving the element directly in the remove, so it will just remove from the list. Okay, as you can see here, some people might ask me, okay, then what is even pop is doing the same, remove is doing the same, what is difference between these two? See guys, pop is nothing but both the things will be deleting the element only, but the thing is, in pop we are giving the index of the element. Okay, whereas in remove we are giving the element directly here. So that's the only difference between remove and pop, guys. And one more thing, if you have any query, you can ping me in comments. Okay, so that whenever I was free, right after office timings, I can try helping you. I mean, I'll try to solve those problems if I could. Okay, next is reverse. Okay, reverse is the function which we use to reverse the list. Okay, let's say your list has 1, 2, 3. Okay, now let me print and show you what it returns. 3 to 1. See, it reverse. How much ever big is your list doesn't matter, it will reverse your list. Okay, so next function is sort. Okay, 11, 4. Okay, I'm giving some numbers. Okay, let me sort out from this. Okay, so sort function basically what it does is it will sort out the numbers in ascending to descending order. Okay, instead of you checking all the numbers and sorting it out, this program itself will just do it for you. See, it has so many ones, so all ones came together first, and then twos, and then 3, 4, 5. As you can see here, it changed whole list in ascending to descending order. So guys, that's all for today. I can explain about other things also, but you cannot digest all the things at the same time. So guys, don't worry that I don't know any programming language and all. So just try learning it. It will be very simple. Python will be very simple when compared to other languages, and few non technical background guys will be there, right? For them I would prefer one thing. Okay, so if you ask me, right, rather than CS students, other background students will be very good in programming, because they don't know any other language. Directly they can come and learn the syntax of Python and they can start writing the programs. It will be very easier for them only, because they don't remember all other programming languages, for loop syntax, if loop syntax, variable declaration. All these things are not required. Their mind will be free so that they can think in different ways. So guys, the only success for learning programming skills is practicing it every day, at least for 1-2 hours. Guys, I can refer you one of the website. Okay, this link I'll be sharing in my YouTube video section. Okay, you can just check in the description, you will get to know this link. Okay, what this link has is, see guys, you can test whatever you learned in list as of now, right? Whatever I taught you, you can just practice that and you can do exercises on it. Okay, this is the website where you can segregate list related exercises by clicking on it. Okay, so just click on that and you will find all the list related exercises. Okay, just after learning it, just practice these exercises. Okay, try to solving these programs. Okay, here you will find solution also, but don't try opening it. Okay, try solving it by yourself, then only you will learn. If you are not able to solve the problem, then take your time, half an hour, 1 hour, doesn't matter. Sometimes one day, doesn't matter. End of the day, you are getting result or not, that is what matters. Okay, try practicing it. If you are not able to solve, then go here and check it. And even one program you try to solve in 3 or 4 ways, then only you will learn programming, not one way. Okay guys, then that's all for the day. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe and share, so this could be useful for others who are in a need. Okay, so who cannot afford money and all for learning Python, they can refer this channel. Guys, please subscribe and share. Please pass it to as many as people you know, so that they will get benefited from it. Even people who are staying in college, if they would like to learn Python, they can just refer this channel, guys. Okay, that's all guys, then I'm closing it for the day. All the best guys, practice well, you will achieve your goal very soon.